Radio Cardiff.
Oh, we are back. You're listening to Unity in our community, because whose community is it? Ours. Whose streets are they? Ours. Whose parks are they? Ours. Whose schools are they? They're ours. It's all about us. Yes, it is. We are being the changes that we want to see, hopefully. And we were just talking about the spirit of Ubuntu. Oh, yes. Ricardo says hi to you, Duke.
Yes, Ricardo. Legend. Spirit of Ubuntu.
Legend.
I'll always remember that.
Check out his TED Talk, right? At the TED Talks, this is the one that sticks in my mind. And I've taken on the philosophy, African philosophy of Ubuntu, spirit of Ubuntu. I am because we are. And we were just chatting in the break about being musicians and how we could all work together, support each other, you know, and just really, really support local, talented artists like ourselves.
And shout out to Donna Ali as well for that.
And shout out to Donna Ali and the legendary TEDx that we did. Oh my God, what a fun night. That was, we did a TEDx in the Millennium Centre. Brilliant. It was wicked. And you performed. Tyler did a little interview, which was nice.
Tyler smashed it.
He smashed it. Yeah, shout out to you, Ty.
Shout out to Tyler.
Hopefully he'll be back on the show at some point. But yeah, we got one more track of yours to play, Duke. And then we're going to talk about girls twiddling knobs and more things like that. So this is called Ghostly, and it's by Duke-Al. I absolutely think you're smashing it. I really do. I love your style. I love your vibes. And you, Freyja.
Thank you.
Let's get rid of the imposter syndrome, if any of us have it. I have it sometimes as well, so we can support each other emotionally too. Anyway, let's play this track without further ado. Duke-Al, Ghostly. We'll be right back.
The universe spins on a carousel, dimensions parallel. We won't postpone, enter ghost zone, astral plane. Facades are barred, no more low fades. I grow the fro for a high fade with cornrows. No more low days, no more opaque. I see through the core of all fake. No more rigid, I'm a free spirit. No more Scrooge when I'm hungover from the booze. I won't be fooled by the ghouls disguised as friends. I hold no resentment. I won't let the past stop me from being present. I won't let the bad thought gobbling keep robbing every second. My mask's off, even if the future's gone lateral flow, supernatural, masterful, fluid in the music. Eyes closed, mind roams, time slows. I float, write notes, timeless, my zone. Pyro with the biro. Forget a ball and chain, ballpoint pen, chain to my grip. If the page slips, display ink all over the cage I'm in. Day shift, dawn breaking, no mistaking, no faking. Outdoing myself with every rhyme I'm making. Oblivion talks, I ran through a billion walls. Now it's my moment. Who you gonna call? Mostly, I float around, ghostly, paranormal sound. Head in the clouds, mostly, I float around, ghostly, paranormal sound. Head in the clouds. Lyricism high caliber, rhyme stamina. Rather die in a war with my mind with a sword to the eye than buy a knife carrier. If a medium was around, they'd look up and see me on the highest level of the realm. Nobody can see me, but they see through my enemies. I'm unpredictable, unique, indisputable. Different from the rest, paranormal, their talent's awful. I can move mountains, a telekinesis genius, a menace. Clairvoyance call me Dennis, and annoyance is what my pen is. Sidekicks are my sidekicks, I'm the hero, I inspire. Heads on fire, Ghost Rider. Mostly, I float around, ghostly, paranormal sound. Head in the clouds, mostly, I float around, ghostly, paranormal sound. Head in the clouds. When I write my last rhyme, I won't look back, cause ahead is a future where the ghosts will act. From the deep impact of my poems and raps, I really go ghost when I coast on a path, or I close all apps when my soul's relaxed. With both my cats and those who I hold so close, we dance as I plant some hope in every broken. Mostly, I float around, ghostly, paranormal sound. Head in the clouds, mostly, I float around, ghostly, paranormal sound. Head in the clouds, mostly, I float around, ghostly, paranormal sound. Head in the clouds, mostly, I float around, ghostly, paranormal sound. Head in the clouds.
Nice. Ghostly by Duke-Al. Well, you're smashing it so much. Like, you've got all these new tracks. Love it. Love it. I'd like a bit more sub, though, on that one. I can really feel like a big sub. Any remixers out there? That's another thing to do. Remixers. I'm getting quite a few remixes
that'd be cool.
done. So you get different versions of it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
drop
you
me a
get
DM.
Yeah. So, you know.
Remixes are fun to do as well. I did a remix recently. That first remix I ever did. And it was a lot of fun. And that should be coming out.
Yeah.
It's of my friend's album.
Oh, cool. Do you want to remix my song then?
I'd love to.
Oh, there we go. Like, stuff happening on the show right here. Yeah, so before we play that track like that, I mean, those are all amazing tracks. So I take my hat off to you, Duke. So everybody follow
Freyja.
Duke.
Smashed it as well.
And Freyja. We were just kind of saying how we can support each other and how me and Freyja met through this podcast called Girls Twiddling Knobs, which is... Who's the lady who runs it?
Isabel Anderson, I think her name is.
That's it, yeah, Isabel Anderson. Yeah. So shout out to her. Like, so trying to, you know, encourage more women to get into production and engineering because it's very uneven, isn't it? Genre, right, like gender wise.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact percentage, but I saw a stat recently of like
shocking
how many women producers there are and songwriters, and it's just so tiny. And I'm shocked by it because I feel like I know so many in like the local scene of.
That's true, actually.
Some female producers who are brilliant, and they're going to go.
But maybe they're just not breaking through yet, or something. I don't know.
I guess it's sort of when it is such a male-dominated industry, it's feeling like you can get through into it and have the same opportunities, and be taken seriously, and to put yourself forward and have that confidence. And it can be really hard.
Yeah,
even if, you're good at what you do and. And that's why I really like the podcast, because it's like a wealth of knowledge from people who are doing it already in loads of different fields within music and film and producing. So it is really good, and it's good she's doing she does training and online stuff, doesn't she? Which is I haven't done any of them, but no, I haven't either. But it looks brilliant.
It looks really good.
Recording Academy.
I think that she was doing some stuff with Maloko Studios as well. So shout out to them for doing that, which is really cool. So it was a good place to connect because I can't remember what I was asking on there, and
just like I think you were sort of reaching out to see if there were other people in Cardiff who were producers and.
I was trying to make connections, basically.
Community.
A little community.
Yeah.
Unity in the community.
Exactly. And I just remembered I've been listening to a really, really good podcast, and I can't remember the name of it. It's to do with record labels and basically how to do your releases, and it's all information on that side of things. So it's because it's one thing having the talent. And then it's another thing having the product. And then it's a third thing doing the social media beast and the releases and the marketing and the
job.
distribution. There's so many things involved, isn't there? And I'm just going through this now, and you are as well, and you will be in a few months. So
it's a lot, and the amount of money I've had to invest in myself.
Yeah.
And I'm sure thousands, millions, even maybe. Of artists around the world do the same thing. And you do have to really invest in yourself.
So what have you? Do you think is the most expensive part for you? Was it the studio time, or was it?
Well, I ended up buying my own equipment, so I invested a lot of money in buying my own equipment to record from my house.
Oh, so you've bought a laptop and
because
you got a home studio, or?
Yeah, I've got a little home studio.
Yeah.
And then I go to my friend's, my producer's studio as well. So he's got a studio. So yeah, obviously that's money. But I just thought in the long term that was probably the best thing to start with. I don't know, you've got to pay for the artwork. I'm
just doing a lot of it myself, to be fair, at this stage, because
styling yourself or paying for a stylist, for example, for photo shoots, that's
I'll style you.
Yeah.
I just do it all myself. Do you do it all yourself?
Yeah. Basically.
I do it all myself,
but yeah, it's a lot to consider, isn't it? Because you've got to do all the artwork as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, thinking about people who are established artists, they have a whole team of people to do every single thing. And when you're an independent artist, or you're starting a journey, you're literally a million jobs in one. Your social media
is a million
manager
jobs, actually.
And reaching out to blogs and people to promote your music and photo shoots, everything. And it is hard.
Well,
what about you? What's the most expensive thing that you've found doing it?
Ooh.
For me, it was the same, like recording equipment, because I wanted to do it myself. So
I guess it's a bit different for me because I've been doing it so long. When I was a kid, I was lucky enough to have a little bit of inheritance, and I basically got it when I was about 18 before I went to uni, and I invested in a little studio. But at that time, this is what it was, guys, right? It was like an amp and speakers, and it was an ADAT. It was an ADAT, some microphones, a really nice guitar, and an amplifier. I think that's about it. And I basically reinvested that all the time in that guitar. Then I played bass, then I changed it for a bass. Then I just kept reinvesting that kind of equipment that I always had. So I always had an amp. I always had a guitar. You know, obviously I don't have an ADAT anymore because people don't even know what that is. But it's like a videotape, guys. It's like a recorder 8-track digital. Is it digital? It kind of is digital, but it's also like a videotape, isn't it? So it's like back in the day. So I kind of reinvested, but I did buy, in 2019, I bought a MacBook Pro, which was expensive. It was about $3,000.
Wow.
And I've also got a microphone that's quite expensive and stuff like that. So yeah, it is a lot of money, but I always would say to people out there that it's not about the gear. You've got to have the ideas, because people get obsessed with gear, man, and actually it's a distraction, because everybody wants to go to like because I had a recording studio before, and it's like you build up the vintage gear and everybody's obsessed with Neve desks and like tape machines and everything. If you haven't got a song and you haven't got the artist, you've got nothing. So you have to remember that.
All the gear, no idea.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to have the ideas and then the gear will come. Don't worry about it, because you can make a recording now on, like, basically one of the best things for any kids listening out there that you think, oh, I want to get into music production. If you've got an iPad, get Cubase on the iPad. It's so easy, and it's about 25 quid.
Cheap, it's cheap.
Yeah. And there's loads of apps where you can just get your songs down.
Yeah.
And, you know,
and
you
just
can create a really good demo with a few instruments, or maybe even just one instrument and your voice.
That's what I mean. It's different now. There's just so much about, isn't there? Like, technology-wise.
Yeah.
There's far
it can be a little bit intimidating sometimes, because you're going, what do I need? And you have to do the research to find out, like, okay, you don't need all of these extra stuff, even though that's really cool. Just figure out what you need to start with. It's very basic.
I think do basic and simple to start with, you know?
Oh, definitely. My advice would be, for any writers, I can't say about production because I don't produce. But yeah, just get a notepad and pen, or use your phone and just start writing your ideas down and start creating.
Yeah, we were saying we've all got loads of notes and voice memos of lyrics and like ideas. Don't lose the idea, isn't it? Once it's there, capture it.
Write down all of your ideas, because you never know what they lead to. You never know what cool concepts you can come up with. Definitely. And always use your phone or write it down. And then, I don't know, for me, if something turns into a passion and something you really want to do with your life, then start investing in yourself. The key word is invest as well. So you're investing because you know you're gonna make something from it. You're gonna inspire people, for example. Even if you don't make money, you might inspire a person. You might change one person's life. That's enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So the investment's worth it.
I think also, you know, if you play an instrument, if you sing, just practice, hone your skills, and then get out to the open mics, like Elevator.
That's it. Know? And come to the Poetry House.
Oh, what's that?
I do my own spoken word open mic in Wales Millennium Centre.
Now, how come I don't know about this? Is that the one that Caleb Riley does? Does he do that?
No.
Oh, he does a beatbox thing.
Oh, right, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, spoken word evening. But the headliners will always be poets, because when I was a poet, young, writing, I never really felt there was a place where I could go. So I want to...
Can anyone go to that then?
Platform for poets, and then afterwards is an open mic for everybody.
For everyone.
For anything.
When?
Any sort of storyteller. So the third event is on June the 18th.
Okay.
6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. It's on a Sunday. It is actually Father's Day, but hopefully
Sunday, June the 18th. What time again?
6 till 8.
6 till 8, the Millennium Centre. Get there if you're a spoken word artist. That sounds really cool.
It's cool.
Nice.
We're creating a community of storytellers, and it's beautiful.
Wow, I want to come. So what's it called again? Poets.
The Poet Treehouse.
Oh, I like that. The Poet
really
Treehouse. That's really nice.
So a treehouse represents support, represents friendship, represents community, represents a place for escapism where you can write.
We're all aligning, aren't we?
And then we're all sharing, and then we get to share our words. So yes, it's cool.
Nice. I bet that's going to be really inspirational. Oh, that's amazing.
Everybody welcome, of course.
Yeah, everybody welcome. Right, well, I'm going to play my track now. Well, what can you do? And then you can give me feedback afterwards, guys.
Love it.
Let's go. It's called Living Room Legend, and it's out on the 22nd of June. And I was lucky enough to get a play with Adam Walton, so shout out to him for playing it. Thank you so much. And here we are.
Sitting in your glass house, you won't let your wife out. Up on your throne, you make me a victim as you shout. Spit your anger into the wrong flame. Uh-oh, how I've outgrown you living on legendary. Yeah, how I've outgrown your fantasy. Hey, how I've outgrown She sat and cried on my shoulder all alone inside. Took her some time to find the words, unsure if she'd be heard. Testing out my loyalty, the one that you had just set free and kindly kissed goodbye. Uh-oh, how we've outgrown you living on legendary. Yeah, how we've outgrown your fantasy. Hey, I cannot take no more fantasy. Sitting in your glass house, you won't let your wife out. You're a rock star for sure. Yeah, I've seen it all. I've had it all before. Your gaslight, it burns so bright, it burns me inside out, it burns me. With lovers like you, we all need therapy. Oh, how I've outgrown you living on legendary. Yeah, how I've outgrown your fantasy. Hey, I cannot take no more. Yes, life with lovers like you. We're all crazy. Yeah, this illusion I'm emptying. Clarity I'm having it. Simplicity. I won't say a word. Won't say goodbye. I won't say a word. Won't say goodbye. I won't waste my time. Won't say goodbye. I'm leaving this prison. Won't say goodbye. There's nothing left to say. Won't say goodbye. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Ooh, there we go. That was the band version of Living Room Legend, or the single Living Room Legend. Yeah, we were just having a chat.
I love that chorus.
Ooh, thank you. Thank
Loved
you
it.
so much. Yeah. So that was when I went to Vienna, went with a lovely team in a lovely studio. Maybe the producer's on the live still. I'm not sure. Shout out to Filippo. Yes, that was Tick Studios in Vienna, which is just a beautiful place to go. How lucky am I? I feel forever grateful. And what an incredible team. So shout out to them.
That's brilliant. I loved the strings in that.
Yes. Oh, she's such an amazing string player. Shout out to Raffaella. She was incredible, actually. And it was so nice. I love, to work with women as well, because throughout my career, it's often been very male orientated. So it was so nice. She just came in. We sat. I've got some behind the scenes footage that I'm going to put on my socials, where we were just working the song out. And and like I was saying, there's the other version, which is called Film Version, which Alan Walton played on BBC Wales on Saturday. And it's just vocals, piano and strings. So she was incredible,
James Bond vibes.
Yeah, thanks, Duke. Yeah, so we were just talking about sinks, actually. Not the kitchen sink, but sinks when you get your music on film and TV. And back in the day, I did get a publishing deal with my first album. I think it was easier then, to be fair. And I got one of my songs on an advert, which was for Deep River Water in Ireland. So I did get some publishing. But that one's not on a film yet, but it will be soon. I'm putting that out there to the universe.
We'll manifest it. It will be there.
We're manifesting it. All of our tunes on the films, please. Thank you. We got like 5 more minutes. So I just want to say, thank you very much for you coming in. And have either of you got any more advice for musicians out there that are listening, maybe starting out, or
Do you want to go?
I would just say, write whatever you're writing about, write from your heart. Write, I mentioned about morals and ethics earlier, and I think that's really important. I think you should always stay. It sounds really cringy, but literally stay true to who you are, and don't let people change you. In terms of, let's say there's an advert that they want you to do, and it's a betting advert. This is just an example, and you're very much against gambling and betting. Don't do it. That's what I'm trying to say. That was my really bad example.
Oh no, that's not bad. I think it's a good thing to say, actually, because and also the truth thing. It's not just a cliche. It's, I reckon you can hear it
when it's not genuine.
Yeah, you can hear it. Like I think you can hear that in music. Like you can't hide. I wrote a song once. I've just thought of it, and one of the lyrics was, "There are no places that you can hide in this song," because it's like you can't hide. You can hear it.
Yeah.
You've got to be yourself, and that's it, straight up.
What's that Little Sims one as well? Truth is like something, you got to spit it out. She sings that. And it's true. And that's what, you've got to spit the truth, isn't it?
Yeah. And you can sense it, and you can sing it, and you can bring it to the audience.
And be who you are.
Be unique. Everybody's unique. You've got something different to bring that somebody's never going to be able to bring because they're not you. So be you, be yourself.
And having the confidence that you can get out there and share your music with people because you have a story and you have something to say and you have the creativity. Everyone's got the creativity, like we were saying earlier.
And I think a big thing is people don't think they're worthy of things. I find that a lot. And you are, if you're working hard and something you really want to do, this doesn't have to be music now, this is in general. If you're working hard, so you've got a passion, and you really want to do it, and you're putting in the work, you're worthy of being able to do that, to pursue it, and to make it happen. So don't put yourself down, lift yourself up.
Be confident, isn't it? And
absolutely.
And get creative and writing. So maybe we can make this a feature. If you guys know anyone else who wants to come in and talk about music, or you guys want to come in again and we can talk more about production and music, or anyone out there listening, get in touch with Unity in our community, and we will hopefully do a kind of music feature regular. That's what I'd like to do anyway. Do you think that's a good idea, guys?
Definitely
100%.
Yeah, because we want to support artists out there, don't we? And I'm just trying to find my other favorite artists. Well, here's one of them. we'll put this one on, and we'll see you next week. I'll be back next week on Unity in Our Community with another guest from Mend. So we will see you there. I'm just going to play you out with a little bit, tiny bit of Sudan Archives, who I love. See you next week, guys. Thanks for listening.